Hi everyone, this is Sam from Booredatwork.com, and today we're taking a look at the G1 Sniper M3. And this is the motherboard from Gigabit. It's part of the G1 gaming line, and this is somewhat of an older generation, but it is still a workhorse and basically a great performer when it comes to gaming. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you get with this particular motherboard. This is an empty box, so I will take that and move that to the side. Now, you have your CD that comes with this, so this is for installing your drivers and anything of that nature that you would need. Let's see, it has let's see, Easy Tune, your chipset drivers. Comes with Norton Internet Security. No, I probably wouldn't use this because I'll probably just go on your site and download the latest software. Now, this is a Gigabit Sticker for those of you who want to put this on your case. It has a multilingual installation guidebook, a user manual as well, which I'll put to the side right now for when I install this. It also has this really nice set of stickers as well, so you get bullet hole stickers, bullet stickers, G1 killer sticker, and then you get the awesome flaming skull with the combat knife in the mouth, and it has a beret, a red beret on it. So this has to be just like the most killer device ever because it has a flaming skull on it. Okay, seriously. All right, it also has a G1 killer logo. This is basically just the emblem for your motherboard. And this is actually a pretty cool, nifty feature for people who really want to have fun with the stickers. Hey, we all have big little kids inside of us, okay? Or should I say we all have that crazy, obnoxious little guy inside of us. And hey, we're talking about tech here, we're talking about gaming, and this is actually a pretty fun addition to the mix. Now let's take a look at another little fun feature they included with this board, which is, or should I say, another little fun add-on to the board, is the full-size Gigabit poster. So it has a full-size poster for, I'll put it along this way so you can see it better. G1 Killer, weaponize yourself. This is a weaponized motherboard in a world where weapons become motherboards. Gigabit. Okay, we're just gonna stop with that one. Now, this is pretty cool. I don't see myself putting this up anywhere, but when you flip it over, it is a target. I guess a target, I'll call this a target figure. I don't shoot, so I really don't know the technical term for this. But yes, it's a target. And this is pretty cool. So hey, these guys have gone ahead, and Gigabit has gone ahead and just included fun little add-ins in there. Let's look at some of the more functional accessories that come with this. You have your Sli Bridge over here, because this board does support two-way SLI. You have your backplate, which you do not want to be without. You have 1, 2, and 3 SATA cables, because this board does come with 3 SATA 3.0 connectors. And what else do we have here? We just have nothing else except for the board. Now let's get to the board. Now, okay, so the board itself, as you can see, just aesthetically is pretty pleasing. I like the decal of it with the green and the black. A little military kind of look when you have those solders in there with the silver. It's kind of amazing. I like the look of this board. I can't state how well I like the look of this board. Let's just get down to the functionality. Now, this board basically boasts 4 main features. 4 main features of this board. It's basically, Gigabit has gone ahead and just labeled them super speed, super shield, super sight, and finally super hearing. So we're just going to tackle them one by one to see exactly what Gigabit means by those. Now, before I get into the details of what these 4 main features are, let's just go ahead and just take a look at what the board has here. It has basically 4 DIMMs for your RAM. It has a let's see. It supports a socket 1155 processor. It has 2 it has 2 PCI Express and 1 PCI interface, 1 PCI E1 interface as well. So you can support your dual SLIs on here. It also has basically USB 3.0 and SATA 3.0. And the USB 3.0 is pretty special because on the I wouldn't say pretty special, it's not something that's left out from other boards, but for the price you're going to be getting this board at, which it should be around 200 or sub 200 price point, the USB 3.0 does give you a feature which you find on a lot of higher end boards, which is basically the ability to power your devices while you have your PC off. So it has power on off capabilities on here. Now let's tackle those four features of the board. So we'll start with the super speed. Now super speed basically refers to the Intel Gigabit Ethernet that comes in this. It's basically the Ethernet accelerator software, and what it does is basically boosts your Ethernet connection, which is helpful for those of you who do a lot of LAN parties and who might need a little boost to reduce lag times. Now, another feature here is the Super Shield, which refers to the 4 smart fan connectors. I guess the shield refers to heat shield to prevent. So basically, what it's saying is you can plug 4 fans in here and have the ability to control those fans through the board, which is nothing new for a lot of boards, but that's pretty cool that it has 4 of those right off the bat, and it states that. Now, the SuperSight feature basically refers to the multiple GPU support. So what it's saying is it delivers maximum frame rates at a high resolution HD display with PCIe Gen 3.0 support for delivering the absolute maximum frame rates of the very highest resolution. So it has dual SLIs. 3.0. It supports dual SLIs with 2 PCIe 3.0 slots or interfaces. Awesome. Now, the one that really impresses me here is the Super Hearing. The Super Hearing basically touts the feature where you have Creative Sound Core 3D, and that's coming out of your back panel over here. Now, on the front panel, which is also very interesting, it has an amplifier chip in there that actually boosts your audio from your front panel headphone and mic connection. So that is actually pretty awesome. Now, those are the 4 main features on here. It also says it has 3D BIOS and 3D power digital engine. So it's really good in power support or power consumption. It should be not. It shouldn't be too. It should be. You know what? Let me rephrase that. It should basically regulate power between all your components here pretty well. Now, another feature here is basically it supports DirectX 11, which at this point, all motherboards that come out right now should support DirectX. Actually, all motherboards have been made within the last 2 years. If they're gaming specific, they should support DirectX 11. So this is basically delivering a lot of baseline features you should expect in any gaming board, but then it goes ahead and gives you the gigabit name, the gigabit build quality, and also a few key features which should give you enough of a boost in your gaming, or should I say a really good bang for your buck value proposition from this particular board. Now I'm going to install this board and basically give you exactly give you a feel for exactly, or give you an idea on the improvement from my current board. I'll give you a rundown on what my current setup is later on.
CPU's Z software from Gigabit. This is right after we've actually gone ahead and installed that Gigabit G1 Sniper M3 motherboard into the system. Now this is going to give you basically a rough idea of what kind of system we're running right now. The CPU Z software will give you live, or should I say real-time updates on exactly what's going on with your system. Now first and foremost, we're looking at the CPU tab. The CPU tab is basically pointing out that we have an Intel Core i7-3770K Ivy Bridge processor in there, socket 1155, technology 22 nanometers and stuff of that nature. Now we'll jump to the cache tab, and it's going to give you just readings on your L1 and L2 cache. Main board is going to tell you you're running a Gigabit Technology Company Limited game board. The model is the G1 Sniper M3-CF, which I didn't know initially. Gives you the chipset, the Sli Bridge, and the LPCIO. Now we'll jump to the actually also gives you the BIOS information over here. So we have the brand American Megatrends, version F7, date 05/31/2012. I might want to see if I want to update that in the near future. Graphics interface, it gives us the PCI Express running at X16, because we only have one board currently plugged into that X16 slot. Now we're going to jump to the memory, and it's going to tell us we're running a memory type DDR3, dual channel, basically 16 gigs, and which is exactly what we have. But more importantly, it tells you exactly what your frequency is, as well as what your latency and your clock speeds are, which is really important if you're going to go ahead and try to do any kind of overclocking on the system down the road. It gives us information on the SPD if that's important to you, part numbers and stuff of that nature. Um, Graphics wise, I only have one card in here right now, but what it's doing here is basically giving you information about the technology you're running, the GPU technology, I have to say, the NVIDIA GeForce, the NVIDIA designation for your card, and giving you options here on the preference level if you want to run current, which I'm not quite sure what current is, defaults, 3D applications, and 3D applications. So you really have maybe two or three different settings on here. Now this is very straightforward software, but what's very important about this software is that this software can give you real-time readout on exactly what's going on your PC. So you don't have to close out of this and go to your go to your BIOS in order to find out exactly what's going on and what you need to tweak. Before you actually log out or shut down and go to your BIOS to do whatever tweaks you want to do, you can actually look in here, determine what you're going to do your research while you're in that UI environment, go online and do all the necessary research and planning you need to do before you shut this down, restart it, and go into your BIOS to make all these changes. Overall, the CPU-Z software is a pretty big part of this. Overall delivery, or should I say overall package from Gigabit. It really adds a lot of value to the G1 Sniper M3. Once again, this has been Sam for BooredAtWork.com. Enjoy your entertainment.